Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have come again with another information that is very crucial to us. How are you all doing? Hope you are good. We are closer to Biafran freedom than when we started. That is what time does. Okay? I want Biafrans to put their heads together and look very well before you leap. Why do I say so? Because there are so many saboteurs. If you don't look before you leap, you will definitely regret it in this Biafra struggle. All right? And today we have another information, another news. And I want you to please pay attention to this. And please help us to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Global Anti-Corruption Watchdog, Transparency International has placed Nigeria as the 36th most corrupt country in the world in its 2024 Corruption Perception Index (CPI). Nigeria News gathered that Nigeria shares this ranking with Uganda, Mexico, Madagascar, Iraq, and Cameroon, each scoring 26 points on the index. The CPI, released on Tuesday, assesses perceived corruption levels in 180 countries and territories, scoring them on a scale from 0 highly corrupt to 100 level clean. Denmark leads as a least country corrupt list. They leads as least country that have corruption, or rather that entertain corruption. Denmark topped the list as the world's least corrupt country, scoring 90 points. Finland followed in second place with 88 points, while Singapore secured the third spot with 84 points. So Finland is this good, and they are toeing the way of Nigeria to destroy their country and their economy. No problem, we are watching. The top cleanest nations were predominantly European, with no African country making the list. However, Cape Verde emerged as Africa's least corrupt country, ranking 35th globally with 62 points. At the bottom of the index, South Sudan, Somalia, and Venezuela were identified as the most corrupt nations in 2024. Corruption remains a global challenge. Commenting on the findings, Transparency International Chair Francois Valera emphasized the ongoing battle against corruption worldwide. The 2024 Corruption Perception Index shows that corruption is a dangerous problem in every part of the world, but change for the better is happening in many countries, Valeria stated. He also highlighted corruption's impact on global effort to combat climate change. Research also reveals that corruption is a major threat to climate action. It hinders progress in reducing emissions and adapting to the unavoidable effects of global heating. Valeria further pointed out that while 32 countries have significantly improved their corruption standing since 2012, progress remains slow. While 32 countries have significantly reduced their corruption levels since 2012, there is still a huge amount of work to be done. 148 countries have stayed stagnant or gotten worse during the same period, which Nigeria falls into. The global average of 43 has also stood still for years, while over two-thirds of countries score below 50. Billions of people live in countries where corruption destroys lives and undermines human rights, he added. The full list is below. Corruption Perception Index. Corruption Perception Index. Let us read it one after the other. Score, country, and rank. Denmark score 90, while their rank is number 1. We are talking about the most cleanest out of a kind of a corruption list. Number 2 is Finland, 88 points. Number 3, Singapore, 84 points. New Zealand. Number 4, with 83 points. Luxembourg 5 with 81 points. Norway 5 with 81 points, Switzerland 5 with 81 points, Sweden 8 with 80 points, Netherlands 9 with 78 points. Belgium 22 with 69 points, Barbados 68, United Arab Emirates 68, Austria 67, and so on and so forth. We're not going to be reading this, but I've already known the countries that are most corrupted and the ones that are not corrupted. So your country, if you are a Nigerian, you are number 36 in the most corrupted country in the whole world. Senate knocks police over 3,907 missing assault rifles. The Senate came down heavily on the Nigerian police force at the National Assembly complex over 3,907 missing assault rifles, as revealed in the 2020 report by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation, AUGF. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetoku, apologized to the Senate Committee on Public Accounts for failing to honor previous invitations to explain queries raised against the police regarding alleged financial infractions in the 2019 audit report. After his apology and oath-taking, Egbetoku nominated Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG, in charge of public accounts and budget, Suleiman Abdul, to respond to the 8 queries issued against the police by the Auditor General's office. The committee, chaired by its deputy chairman, Senator Peter Nwa Ebonyi, APC Ebonyi North, vacated the first query, which concerned 1.136 billion naira in contract, splitting, and stood down the second, which related to the alleged non-execution of a 925 million naira contract. However, it sustained the third query regarding the alleged disappearance of 3,907 assault rifles, many of which were AK-47s. Trouble arose for the police when a representative of the Auditor General read the query aloud to committee members and AIG Suleiman Abdul, according to the 2019 audit report as of January 2020. A total of 3,907 assault rifles were unaccounted for. Where are all these guns? According to the Auditor General's representatives, the total number of lost firearms as of December 2018 stood at 178,459, of which 88,078 were AK-47 rifles. However, as of January 2020, based on a thorough audit, 3,907 assault rifles and pistols across different police formations could not be accounted for. He further broke down the missing firearms as follows: 601 from 15 training institutions, 42 from 23 police formations, 1,514 from 37 police commands, 29 from Zone 1 to 12, and 1,721 from the Police Mobile Force, Units 1 to 68. Acted by the report, committee members bombarded the police team with questions about why the queries had remained unanswered for so long. In response, neither AIG Suleiman Abdul nor any of his lieutenants could provide the committee with a convincing explanation for the missing 3,907 assault rifles. Apparently, overwhelmed by the barrage of questions, AIG Abdul requested a closed-door season. You see, but the majority of the committee members, including Deputy Chairman Nwebonyi, Senator Adams Oshomole, and Senator Joel Onawakpo Thomas, rejected the request. Rejecting the request outright, Senator Nwebonyi stated, "This is a public accounts committee that has no room for closed-door session. In the United States of America, proceedings of public accounts committees are televised live, so whatever response the AIG wants to give on the missing assault rifles should be made in full view of everyone, particularly journalists." Senator Shomole also rejected the request, saying the police are known for arresting and parading thieves of rats and rabbits, so we expect the same level of diligence regarding the missing assault rifles. The AIG should let Nigerians know what steps the police have taken over the years concerning the missing rifles, who was involved, and the extent of any recoveries made so far. In his feeble response, the AIG Adly could only account for 15 out of the 3,907 missing rifles, 14 of which he claimed were lost when personnel were killed in Arctic services, while one went missing in 1998. This response further infuriated the committee members. For a soft landing, the committee resolved that the AIG and his team should return with a more thorough response to the query, stating that the matter would not be swept under the carpet. The committee consequently directed them to reappear on Monday next week at 12 noon and suspended consideration of the remaining 5 queries.